Okay, so now we're serving this fallback pages to users who can't get access to a different page while they're online. Now, there's one slight problem with this, and that is that we're serving it for every request which is not in the cache when there's no connection. Now, that is a problem because what if I'm offline and requested some kind of image from one of the pages that is not cached? Then if it's not stored in the cache, then it's going to try to reach to the server for it, and if it can't reach that from the server because it's offline, then we're going to replace it with the fallback.html page, and that makes no sense for images or other types of resources like CSS, only for HTML pages and actual website routes. So what we need to do is a little check before we return this fallback page. So let's go to our service worker, and inside this catch block right here, what I'm going to do is just move this to the next line like so, and open up my curly braces to do a code block, because we're going to add a little bit more logic inside here. Now ultimately we're still going to return this right here, but we're only going to return it if the user has requested some kind of page, not an image, not a CSS file or anything else, something that is an HTML page. Now we can do this in several different ways. The way I'm going to do it is by saying if, and we want the event object first of all, which we still have access to because the fetch event gives us that event object. Then we're going to say we want the request object and the URL, and then we're going to use a method on this called index of, and we're going to look for the index of a certain thing inside this request, and that thing is going to be .html. So what index of does is search a string for whatever we pass in. If it finds that in the string, it's going to return a number, an integer, and that integer will represent the position of this bit of text inside the string. Okay, so it will be like position 10 or 11 over here. Now, if this .html is not inside this URL, the string, then this is going to return -1. So we only want to send back this thing right here if this is greater than -1, meaning that it is actually in the string somewhere. So let's say greater than -1, meaning that this is indeed an HTML page that we're going to be requesting. So then we want to return that. If it's not in that URL, HTML, then we don't want to return that. Okay, so now we're only returning this conditionally. And that's all we have to do. Let's just save this and make sure it all works exactly the same way. I'm going to skip waiting and I'm going to refresh. I'm going to go to the dynamic cache over here, just remove one of these things, the contact, and then I'm going to go to offline mode over here. I'm going to refresh again, and I'm going to try to go to contact, and we still get this. So this still all works exactly the same. It's only now if we're trying to request images offline that we don't have in the cache, we're not actually going to get this as a response to that image. And this kind of behavior we could do for different things. Like we could check to see if it's a PNG and do another if check down here. And if it's a PNG, then we could return some kind of dummy cached fallback image, right? So we could do this for different resource types. I'm only going to do it for this just to demonstrate how we do it. Now at this point, I just want to mention that the way that we're managing our cache here with a service worker is just one approach to managing the cache. There are many different approaches or strategies to managing the cache and requests and offline mode and all that jazz. But to go through them all is going to take a very, very long time. And I think now that I've taught you one general approach, it's going to be much easier for you to read about different strategies and apply them to your code, because most strategies use the same kind of methods that we've been using right here. They use the same idea of caching assets, pre-caching assets, but just in different orders or ways behind additional logic. So what I'm going to do is leave a link down below to a site which explains caching strategies and how you can take different approaches to doing this.